Hello everybody. I'm going to try talking for this one. We'll see how it turns out. So this is the second in this little series of some simple ideas for creating pages with watercolor painting. I'm going to be teaching a class on doing a watercolor travel journal, and that's where these demos are coming from. So today we're looking at laying out a page. If this were a page in a book and there were another page here, and we're treating this like a page in the book, this time I'm going to be doing 3 small little things on this side and 1 bigger thing over here in this corner. I have not a real big square drawn here, but it's going to go down. I'm going to be creating a page that would be based on if maybe you went and visited a garden that day. And I'm going to show you some ways to keep these things simple. If you are not comfortable with doing, a complicated drawing or painting, there are still ways that you can create something that you will really enjoy in a travel journal that you can really solidify your memories of and enjoy. Remember, this is just for yourself. There's no pressure. You are not going to hang this and put this on a wall. It's just for you. No one else has to see it if you don't want to share it with them. So the idea of this whole process and this whole exercise is for your enjoyment and for your learning how to create something. So to start with, I've got my page marked out here, and I'm going to start by drawing. This is just a mechanical pencil, which I love because you never have to sharpen it if you're sketching on location. And I'm going to draw in this little section first, and I'm going to draw a sunflower. So the head of the sunflower will be up here, and this is just going to be the stalk and leaves going down. And I might speed this up just in the interest of not boring you all to death. But for starters, a sunflower, again, is a simple flower. So, it's just kind of your basic round center, maybe even a little smaller, round center, and then just a whole lot of petals, right? So I'm just going to go around, and this is the part I'll probably speed up for you. This is how we drew flowers, in first grade, right? Well, guess what? We do that because that's how a lot of flowers are shaped in real life. So, and it doesn't have to be perfect, because this is just for you and your memory of this place you visited. So do first layer of petals, and I just realized that I wanted to use that smaller center. So, and I'm going to show you as we go along here too, ways of fixing things. Don't worry about it. One of the things I do want to point out real quick right now is that you see I made some mistakes already here, right? And I'm changing them so that there are lines now in this drawing that I don't plan to use. But I'm not going to fix them right now. I'm going to do my drawing, and then I'm going to fix everything at the end all at once. It makes for less smearing around when you erase, and it just is quicker and easier. So now here's the thing. Sunflowers usually have a second row of petals, at least here and there. So we're going to add that in. Just the shape of the petal behind the initial ones. Okay. So there we go. Do have kind of a second center. Okay. And then they have a thick stalk that goes down. This is a straight line, simple thing. Okay. And they have these leaves, and I'm looking at a photo. I'm not making this up. I've got a photo sitting on an iPad over here, and they've got these kind of big, broad, flat leaves. And this one we're kind of only seeing from the side. pretty simple. This one's shaped kind of like a taco shell almost. Okay. Here's one here. Kind of open. And we see this edge coming up. See, these are simple shapes, and once you observe them, they're really not that hard to do. Now here's one we've got kind of coming right at us, and we can see it's almost like a heart shape. Going to see a little of that stem. And here's the thing, if you're not comfortable with this, maybe you only draw one leaf. Maybe you only draw simplified leaves. I'm drawing quite a lot of them, but you could only do a couple if you're not enjoying it. This is the point, like, don't do it if you're not enjoying it. Here's another one that we see most of, and it's kind of ruffly, and it's kind of shaped like a heart again. Maybe some of the lines coming off from the center. And maybe I'll do one more, just because I kind of have a space down here in my layout area. Kind of the same thing. We see a little bit of that edge. Okay, that's all I'm going to do for this sunflower. So now we have him, and you'll see that I drew this square, and I am going to use these squares in my little design of my pages, and I put the sunflower off to the side a little. In fact, I kind of cut off the top. I think I'm going to add more to the top here so that he's kind of offset coming out of the square. That's a design convention that can be very pleasing to the eye, where you have a boundary but something is breaking the boundary. So that's kind of a nice little way to add interest and kind of fun to a page that you're making.